tell you this much. My child came to me and asked me, honestly, if he could do some of this reading and literature over the summer with Mrs. Mandy. I could not believe it. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy, the Handmade Homeschooler, and today we're going to talk about reading, and specifically a reading class that my 6th grader is involved in called Redefining School. And this is a literature survey class that he has been involved with for the last year, and he is in love with it. And I wanted to share it with you guys because he really likes this class. It's really affordable, and he's learned a lot and come a long way. So I thought I would share this course with you so you can see what it's all about as well. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button, and down below in the description box, I will have a link to the course that he is in. Now, the enrollment is not always open, so just because it's open right now doesn't mean that it will be open for very long. If you're watching this video as it premieres, the class is open for enrollment for the fall semester, which is when our son will be doing the next one there too, so your child can be in the same class as mine. However, if you are watching this later than, the actual premiere date, then the class may not be open again, so you'll have to watch for these open enrollments to get your child into the cycle. So what is this literature survey course? This is a super fun class for your middle school children. So think grades 6, 7, and 8. So the way that it works is every month, the teacher, Mrs. Mandy, she sends out via email to the parents the actual schedule. She will send out the lesson plan and things for you to print for your kids. So we get kind of what she calls the drop once a month, and usually it's a week or so before the start date of that next month. And in that you will find all of the lesson plans. So you'll find like a schedule of what your child is supposed to do each day, and then she has like the actual worksheets and stuff for the kids. And what we do is at the beginning of the month, we print out everything and we just hole punch it and we put it in my son's Trapper Keeper. Yes, we have Trapper Keepers. They are super cool, and I always wanted one as a kid, and now my kids have them. Super jealous. Anyway, we have like a specific folder in the Trapper Keeper for these lesson plans. And then inside of the lesson plans, when you open them up in your email, she will have interactive links where you're going to click for like a video or whatever she's got for you. Now, each week you get 1 or 2 videos where she's going to basically teach the lesson via video. These are pre-recorded. You do not have to be like at a specific time or place or anything for that. So you're going to go in there at your convenience when your child is ready for it, and you're going to click on the video and watch the video and do the assignment. And most days that's all it's going to be. Either watch a video, read something, or, or do a worksheet. Twice a month, there is a live Zoom class. Now, these classes are super fun, and the kids usually share something they wrote, and they have like a cool snack and a drink, and they get to chit chat and socialize, and everybody's in the same class doing the same thing. So it's one of those things where like everybody kind of gets together and gets to talk about those things, and Mindy is there, and she will, she's kind of the guide, the coach, and the teacher in the whole class. And they're talking about things that they learned and maybe about some new things, and the kids also get to share and answer questions and things like that. Now, one of the questions that I get asked a lot is if the Zoom classes are required. No, they are not a requirement for this course. One other thing I want to make clear about Mindy's program is it is Christian based. So it's very rare if we will use anything secular in my house, so you can usually trust that whatever we're using is probably Christian based. But I do want to put that out there that this is a Christian based program. So you will find everything from a Christian perspective, and even though you're going to be reading certain things, they're going to talk about it from a Christian worldview. So just keep that in mind as well. So one of the things that we do is we try to go to the same class every time because it's usually the same group of kids. And you know, Jake's got to like, you know, these kids and he knows their names and things now. But one of the things that happens sometimes is we either miss it for whatever reason, doctor appointments, and you guys know we've had, you know, Jake's been, you know, really sick with ITP, so there's been all kinds of appointments and things like that. Or, you know, sometimes we just have a family thing going on and we can't make it. But there are 2 other classes. So I think there's 2 on Thursdays and then 1 Friday morning. So sometimes if we can't make one, we can make the other, or sometimes we just can't do it at all. But it's not like he's missing anything that he needed for the class. So if your child misses that Zoom class, it's not imperative that he be there. So hopefully that answers questions about the Zoom class in general. So when you purchase the enrollment, everything she's using is usually within the public domain. So you don't have to buy books or anything like that. It's all there for you. So whatever the kids are going to be reading, she's going to actually send you a link to that. So you don't have to purchase additional books or material. All you need is a computer, some paper and pencil, and your kid, and you're good to go. So one of the things that I really like is the wide variety of things that my child is reading. So he is a big bookworm and he typically tends to stick in one area and one genre of books. I notice he really likes science fiction. He totally leans toward the Lord of the Rings type of stuff. But this has kind of helped break him out of his shell of reading the same things over and over. So now he's reading Dickens, he's now reading Edgar Allan Poe, and you know, he's reading all of these other types of literature and learning along with it. So he's really expanding upon the things that he's interested in when it comes to reading and literature, rather than just kind of sticking in his cozy corner reading the same kind of books over and over again. So it really broke him out of that shell, which I enjoy as a parent. And I've seen him ask for a lot of Dickens books, and it's because of this class, and he decided that he really likes Charles Dickens. So we ended up getting a collector's book of like 4 or 5 different Dickens stories in it just so he can read. So my son personally actually wrote down a few things that he likes about this class, and I thought that I would share that with you guys as well. So his favorite is the live discussions. He really, really enjoys live discussions. And I know a lot of people may have kids who are like me and who are really shy, and maybe like the Zoom class thing kind of scares you. The kids do not have to talk or participate. They could just watch if they want. So do keep that in mind with your kids, that they're not like forced to participate or anything like that. If they want to just stay over in the corner, they can. And you know, Mom, you can sit with them too to help them feel better. But this is one of those things that I think is really great, especially for homeschool kids, because this is totally a socialization thing. You know, when people ask, oh, well, do they ever socialize? You know, I hate that question so much. And then you can say, yeah, my kid talks with kids from all around the world in one of his classes. So do your kids do that? Because I mean, I never talk to kids from all around the world in high school or any public school that I went to. We never had the opportunity to do cool stuff like this. And I went to school before social media was a thing too. So, you know, keep that in mind. But, you know, that's just, it's a cool socialization thing that you can add on to, you know, the whole homeschool socialization talk. So my son also really likes the schedule, because this, you guys know I talk a lot about really trying to culture and foster independence in kids, especially when they start getting to middle school. And this is one of those classes that I can do that with. Because Mindy gives a schedule, what I do is I print out the schedule, and I print out one for me and one for my son. And that way I know what he's doing each day, but he knows what he needs to do each day. So basically he keeps his own schedule, and he, you know, he can check off the things if he wants to and make sure that he does them, but he knows he has to complete that assignment that day, and it's his responsibility to make sure that it gets done. And because I have my own schedule, I can go and check and make sure that he has done that. So the videos, the video explanations, he really enjoys watching Mindy teach these lessons, and these video lessons will be in the links that she gives in the worksheets. So when you get that big worksheet drop that she sends every month, you're going to get a link for each week, and each week will have a video linked to it where she's actually teaching the lesson herself. So kind of like I'm sitting here talking to you, it's the same thing where she's just basically teaching and outlining the lesson for the kids to make sure that they get it. And if the kids have questions, this is the great thing. If your kids have questions and you're not sure how to answer it, she's totally available on Instagram and every place else, email, you know, whatever your favorite medium is. You can get a hold of her and ask her the question. I've done that multiple times where I've been like, okay, we can't figure this puzzle out, please help me. And she's answered within like 5 minutes and we were like, oh, you know, we get it now. So she's a wonderful help. She's been teaching middle school reading and literature for like 2 decades. So she is extremely knowledgeable. This is her area. And you can tell when you just watch the videos and you listen to her talk, you can tell just how knowledgeable she is in this area. This is her expertise. She is such a sweet lady. I absolutely adore her. She's become such a good friend of mine personally. And I just really love her class. And I'm honestly scared for when my son gets into 9th grade and he's too old for these. She also teaches writing workshops and things like that. We're gonna be doing stuff over the summer with her stuff. So I'll tell you this much. My child came to me and asked me, honestly, if he could do some of this reading and literature over the summer with Mrs. Mandy. I could not believe it. You know, there's one thing of him just reading. He loves to read books and he's always reading something. I just saw him finish another book this morning on the couch before school. But for him to ask to go through a class with his friends, that was just mind-boggling to me as a parent. So she has different options available as far as pricing. I have found that her class is super affordable, especially because you're not buying additional books. And if you're in a small homeschool space and you don't have the room for more books, this is one that you want to look at for middle school, because this is one that you're not going to have to buy additional books and things like that. It's going to be a very low cost option for you. You can even pay monthly if you want to. It's super easy as far as the plans go. It's very affordable, and I'm all about affordable homeschooling options because we work on a one income household here, and that's just the way it goes for a lot of us. I'm hoping that this has been a good option for you to look at for next year for fall. She is taking enrollments right now for the fall. If you want to get into my son's class, go to the link down below and sign up for the enrollment. And I also have a coupon code for you too. That will also be down below in the description box, and I will link that for you so you can get $5 off your enrollment. And I also, just a disclaimer on that, if you're not watching this when this premieres, that coupon code probably will not work, so just know that in advance. All right, that is all I have for this video. I hope that it was helpful for you with choosing curriculum for next year, and I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you have a great rest of your day and happy homeschooling.